Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Might be calling a hot route. The run inside. It's Owens. Stumbled to the ground. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Reed. Under fire. It's complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this team talked all week, man, about creating belief and something good happening early for this offense. Like, we know we're on the 2-game skid, but we're not that far away from being 2-0 or being more competitive. And so they wanted to start fast. So going 3 and out, man, you could feel it. Just takes a little bit of the life out of this squad.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
Ready. 222. Kill. 674, take off. 674, take off. Ice, copper.
4th down, Reed. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play. So it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him, The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback may change this route. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Switch it.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Go.
On the move, it's Owens. Got enough for the first. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force them either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Going to the run, it's Owens.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Reed fires to the middle. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Puts 6 on the board. This is why they show up for midnight yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Johnson. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Johnson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. There's some room. To the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off. He races some angles and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Might be changing the route. Throwing Reed. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't make the connection. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. On the run, it's Owens. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Reed.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. On the move at the 30. There he goes to the right. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He's going to bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
The run inside. It's Davidson. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Brown. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they've brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were...
Unloads it downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
With the draw, it's Johnson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man to the left. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Handoff from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, this is an offensive coordinator that has a lot of confidence in his guys, and you can see that from the play calling. They were backed up all the way down near their goal line at the start of this drive, but they've stayed aggressive the entire time, putting the trust and confidence in his quarterback, in his players to get it done. They've moved this thing all the way down the field, and now they've completely flipped it. They're now at the goal line of the opponent. You gotta love what you've seen from this offense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap. It's Moore. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making checks. Here's Reed to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Looking downfield on first down. Extending the play. Trying to find his man in the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Reed. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
From the gun on third down, Reed throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Again, it's Reed. Fires toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great week 8. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 10 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Ducks getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the... Oh, he's got some space. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Maybe some room here. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. On the run, it's Davidson. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Complete downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him.
Makes the grab in their space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's Davidson. Could be enough. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing Reed. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Horton. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Texas A&M going quickly. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses are always fun to watch.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Back to throw, it's Reed. He's got him.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Reed to the air again. Going over the top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Ready. Ninja. Stake, win.
Again, it's Reed. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the...
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. get this drive started from their own 26. Looking for a crease, it's Davidson. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Here's a little room there. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Clemson set up with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Right back to him on the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Hauls it in. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. He'll run it again. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Reed takes a shot. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Ready? Top. Ninja. Win.
Motion from the wideout.
Move it. Stack.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Reed to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they